Hi, I'm Paul.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the People's Podcast. I am your host, Paul Vibes, local motivational speaker. Our show is all about spirituality, self-development, connection, wellness. Please be sure to subscribe and follow us on a variety of different social media pages. If you know somebody that would be a great guest to our show or sponsor, please reach out. I hope you enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody. Paul Vibes here. Welcome to another very special episode of the People's Podcast. I got Chad from Aqua Cherry and JoseyFyah. Welcome to the show, my man.
How you doing? All is well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just upset that I can't go out and see you guys perform this summer because I've seen you like a half a dozen times, and you guys really, as you know, I'm all about good vibes here, and you guys really bring out those good vibes.
Indeed, man. You know, it's been a thing, but you know what? For the benefit of all the people, it's best everyone stay home, stay safe, and spend time with their loved ones, which is what I've been doing. It's what, hopefully everyone else has been doing, and just taking it easy and taking the time to just spend some good time and create good vibes with the family. What else are you going to do? You're not allowed outside. Okay. I mean, social events. Right? Can you imagine? You're not allowed to do social events. So it's like, all right, well, I've been making the best of it,
You're breaking the rules, man. I heard somewhere you can't do any podcasts either. So we're breaking a bunch of rules, man. So how you doing? I always like to start. I know you answered this already a little bit, but I always like to check in with my guests, how they doing. I know you have a young child. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. He's 8 months. No, yeah, 8 months. 8 months. Dude, the numbers, once you remember what they are, they just change again. So, but at least with the months, he's 8 months and is incredible. Incredible. It's been amazing to just watch him grow.
Cool, man. He's got a cool dad.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. And as you know, I have a 3-year-old son, so we're in this together. When this clears up, not yet. When this clears up, we'll definitely have a little hangout. I think I was joking to you or somebody else. I'm gonna create a networking group of just people who are making moves, who will have kids around our age, and do a little hangout. We can watch our kids and network at the same time.
I know a bunch of people who would be interested in definitely something like that, or even, an event where all the kids can come out too, because, that's one thing that, I know a bunch of people in the music industry that have children, but we don't do these events where we have children come out. And that's definitely something I want. I want my child to see me play music.
Cool, man. That's a good idea. We can bring music. It's networking. It's just a place where you've heard it here first, guys. If you're watching this podcast, reach out to us, and hopefully in a few months we can make that happen. But I also agree. I have a lot of friends who are around my age, around our age, that have kids, and they're similar ages. So why not make it happen, man? Right?
Yep.
Cool. So obviously this stinks. Artists like you are stuck at home. But what's amazing is like hearing all the things that you guys are working. As you know, we have a mutual friend, Black Alex, right?
Oh, boy.
He's a good guy. He's working on a special intro song, like I mentioned to you earlier, for the podcast. I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, tell me what it's like before we dive into all the projects you're working on and everything else. How is it for you as an artist going through something like this that's never happened in our lifetime before?
All right. Never been asked that on anything before.
I told you I'd be asking deep questions.
Hey, listen, I appreciate it.
Are you prepared?
Let the people know, right? So honestly, to start, I do music. I get up and I see people all the time. That's my thing. It's a part of who I've become. And so it just went, just no more. And I was like, okay, cool. All right, it is what it is. I'll hang out with my family. And then reality set in after like 3-4 weeks of not meeting with her. Like, we rehearsed every week, same day, same time. You didn't have to ask. It was only if someone said, hey, it's not possible this week or whatever. And then if so, like, all right, cool, you're not going to be in on it. Whatever, we're still rehearsing. No problem. That was every single week. And then we had shows lined up all summer long. Like, we were supposed to be in so many different states and this was going to be our year to really ramp up on the touring and building our music presence in other scenes, like New England, for instance. We started working on that towards the end of last year, and we figured this summer we would hit it. So we had a bunch of shows stacked and lined up with a bunch of cool bands who were doing it, and all those shows got canceled. We just recently canceled the show we were supposed to do with Sensi Trails and Bunktown Falls, and those are local guys here also. We're supposed to do it in the city. That we had to cancel it, and it took months to plan it, prep it, and get it ready. And it's just so all these things happened, and it just hit me. And I do this weird thing that I don't even notice, that I fall into this weird state of depression that I'm still trying to be me, but I'm not. And so my wife recognized it. She's like, yo, you are depressed. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I was like, oof, yes, I am. And then the accepting of that became an even more of a thing. So I was like, okay, what do we do now? And so for me, it was, all right, well, I know how to make music. And I can't stop making music. I still have to make music. So I set up a studio. To get this laptop here to this, I just basically went upstairs and ripped all the connections out of my studio that I had set up to, but it's easy to put back. But it was just something that I was like, all right, that's my studio set up. Boom. All right, cool. And, it was something that I've been working on projects and, a little time here, a little time there when I'm not spending with my family, and just trying to build something and create something for JoseyFyah, that name that I've created as an alias for myself in order to produce music under. So it's been a whole learning process. And you know what? In all honesty, I am grateful for it, because at the end of it, I've become so much better at being just me and not even that I necessarily needed the validation for everyone else being around, but it was just a part of who I was. I was out there in front of people and everyone was loving the music, loving the vibes, loving just, all of that. So it was just, yeah, the vibes. Wait, I heard there's a thing we do every time vibes are said. I watch one of your podcasts.
We do tea. We do tea shots.
I have a coffee mug.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I got to get you a Paul vibes. It's infused with good vibes always.
I'm down. Thank you.
But yeah, I just want to add that, I'm a speaker and I'm the same way. It's not, an addiction's a bad word, but you become used to the support and the energy. You feed off of the energy. It motivates you for the rest of the day. It motivates you for that week. Mm-hmm. And when you lose that, it's almost like part of your body has been cut off, and we're all experiencing this in different ways. Obviously, I'm not a performer, but I can relate to that.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been doing this for the last almost 10 years performing, and it's just stopped. We were supposed to play with Nonstop to Cairo, two other bands. I think the Big Happy and another band. Geotribe, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm just, all the bands I know, they're all cool. If you weren't on it, I'm sorry. But we, or if I forgot you, I'm sorry too. But we had the show set up for Amityville Music Hall, and it was going to be for St. Patrick's Day. And we were like, yeah. And then this all went down, and everyone started feeling unsafe. So we, that it was an unsafe idea to continue it. So we canceled it. And then since then, we did a show at Revolution prior to that, and that we realized, oh crap, that was our last show. That was our last show that we did. We didn't even know was going to be our last show for a while. And so it's just been something that just got cut immediately, and it forced it. I think I'm pretty adaptable. I think I'm pretty adaptable. If I go out and tour or wherever, if it's a floor that I have to sleep on, whatever, man. It's there. I need to sleep. It's gonna happen, So I'm not really too stuck in my ways, in a way. But when this happened, it definitely forced me to change the way I go about feeling about myself, even quote validating myself, because it was, and those are very deep statements, but it was just definitely something that I needed to check and adjust and realize, what is up, and I am grateful for it.
No, man, and I appreciate being vulnerable before you. Listen, I've been dealing with some depression. My wife called me out on it, and I think being honest like you are is really important. And I admit, sometimes I might always pull good vibes sometimes, because you don't want to be toxic. Toxic positivity is when you're putting out that you're happy and everything's great, and inside you really need a hug, you really need help, you need therapy, you need support. And I appreciate you being real, because you know what? People see that, we're being honest and upfront that we're not always feeling great. Maybe they'd be more inclined to seek help.
Right. Absolutely. And then, yes, 100%, and I agree with that 100%. And I wouldn't say that the whole toxic. So I try my best to be upbeat or and then I've had people go, hey, where's my reason why we have you around is positive. Like, dude, A, I'm probably just really tired, or B, might just be in the mood, because guess what? I happen to be human too, like it doesn't seem like it, but there's a little bit of human still right here,
Yeah.
So it's
You
just
repeat that, Chad. The service got a little bad, if you don't mind. So if someone comes up to you and says, what?
Oh, so I've had people say to me, like, in instances where I wasn't super cheery or anything like that, they're like, where's my positive Chad? Like, we have you around for positivity, and it's like, I'm not feeling, so there's different stages to that. It's either I'm tired, hungry, maybe not feeling well about something, or hangry. I get hangry. It happens.
Dude, I admit, man. I admit it. Same way.
So like when those moments occur, it's like, you got to realize I'm still human. The human thing does happen to me. I have moments where I'm just unsure of anything, and I'll react, and that's just how it is,
No, but you're real. And what I mean by toxic positivity doesn't mean that, of course, you want to put the best vibe you can and treat people around you well. But when I mean toxic positivity, I mean to the point where when you are feeling terrible, you put on that face and not seek the help, and you don't get the support that you could could use to make you better. And I think that's really important, because the truth of it, dude, this is really bringing up the best and the worst. We're having days, I don't know about you, man, but I have days where I'm super motivated, excited about life. There's other days where I'm like, damn, I need the motivation to keep on going today because I feel like crap.
Right. Yeah, I get 100%. There's days I come out here and I bang some things out and make this yard look, dope. And then there's other days I'm just like, nope, I'm playing video games. But for me, though, I didn't spend a lot of time doing that prior to this. So I am using it as time to just chill out, because that's one thing that I didn't allow myself to do, is chill out. Because there's been, like, I have this driving force. Got to be better, must be better for me, not than anyone else, because in all honesty, I really do believe we're all the same. We're all capable, and, we were all put on this earth for something that we have to do. We all have, we're all connected like that. So that's how I know that. But for me, I have to show my best. You know what I mean? I have to live up to my, I guess, destiny, like that's how I feel about it. And so that's how I go about my life experience, is trying to make sure that I do what I can to be the best I can be.
Well, better than be the better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Just be better than the person you were yesterday. And it's not about comparing yourself to you and I and other people, because everyone's journey, as you mentioned, is different, but we're all connected. And like, I love it. Yeah. And I got to take you on my motivational talks, because it's so true. We all are connected. We all have potential, and, your path is to be different than my path. Don't put me up on stage at you there, man. I don't know.
Dude, but you know what? You're doing your thing. I don't have what you're doing. I mean, I probably could, but I don't have it. It's not me to do that.
Not you. Yeah.
So there's that, everyone has their quote role to play in this life. There's these trees you see behind me here, every leaf has its own job. And this leaf over here should not be doing that leaf's job, because that don't work.
Don't work. It's true, man. And what's amazing, and I want to, in a positive way, I want to talk about how, talk about connection and, people having a role in life and doing their own thing. During this time, you see a lot of people coming together. For example, VBT Broadcasting, as you know, I just did a whole video. Awesome group, right? Your boy, Rod.
Yeah. So much props. I called him yesterday and I was like, dude, I am so proud of you. And he's like, thank you, man. But deep down inside, I know Rob, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, but he's doing something positive, and something bigger than himself, and Melissa and him are killing it, man.
Proud. And I mean, I say proud from like the friend thing, because like, it's just, dude, that's my boy. Like, he's building something that's even bigger than any of us, like, that's so cool.
And I'm so privileged. I know you're going to support in some way as well, but I'm just so grateful to be a part of that community. And even this, we're bringing two worlds together: the podcast, the motivational speaking, and then the artists. And, not to limit you, we're all so much more than those labels, but isn't it cool that we can come together during this time and say, even though it sucks, obviously, we're still able to get ourselves out there and spread a positive message, because there are people watching now being like, damn, I miss Aqua Cherry, JoseyFyah. I miss these people, but at least I can check in with them and check out this podcast and hear how they're doing.
Right. Definitely. It's been very cool to see the whole virtual community just come through. And, you know, like, I'll admit, there'd been times where I'd watch a live here and there just to do it, you know, just because not just to do it, it's because I was interested, you know. So I'd watch someone's live and I'd sit there and I'd be tired, but just there and just, all right, cool. And while I was doing something else, but just have it there and listening and paying attention. But just, you know, now I don't really have much else to do, you know, when these things are happening. So it's like, all right, you know, I remember the other night, virtual broadcasting together was on, and my wife was getting ready to put the baby to bed, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch this thing real quick. And Melissa was like, hey, get on it. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I called in and I was on, you know, the screen, and she needed to do something, so she gave me my son Corbin, and he was just like there, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, cute baby Corbin. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right, cute baby's got the feed this time.
You're on the show.
Yes, it's been really cool to just be a part of the whole virtual experience.
No, it's amazing. What I like is, you know what, man, we as influencers and people who put content out there, I feel like it's important for us to show like the side of you, like you mentioned before. You know, sometimes I feel depressed, sometimes I feel happy, sometimes this way. But I think it's also important for people to see part of your life and your kids in a healthy way, you know, with boundaries and making sure, you know, it's not too much. But I think it shows that you're human.
Just a little bit, right?
That's it. But how has it been for you? How has it been? Have you been able to, you mentioned before that you started setting yourself up with a studio and you had to rip out this laptop, which I appreciate you doing so we can make this work. But are you going to be getting yourself set up and putting you in the spot now? Because I'm sure there's tons of people that want to start seeing some cool live broadcasts from you. Are you at least putting the intention to kind of make that happen?
Well, now that I know that this computer does great video quality, as you've mentioned, sure. I mean, I have the whole setup. I can do it. It's not a matter of can. It's just a matter of I will, you know. So, and Rob has said to me multiple times, dude, get in there, do something. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, dude, because like I'm a live performance guy, you know. Like I bounce all over the stage. I don't necessarily sit behind a desk and do the thing that you do, and I think that's wonderful. I've never done it before. So, hey, new grounds, new territory. I don't know, you know, but
what we could do is have you the camera set up so you're in your studio. You could dance all around up the walls and do your performance, and at least people could watch you virtually. Obviously, man, we know it's not better than, you know, crowd surfing and going crazy at these festivals. I've seen you at Great South Bay. I've seen you at a few bars. I've seen you at a ton of places, man. And your guys got this such obviously good vibe, but you got this fun, engaging where everybody feels welcomed, you know.
That's the point.
And it could be the first time hearing you, or you can have a groupie there. You can have someone there for 100 times, but everybody is part of the experience. And what's crazy is, as I just talked about that now, I think of my philosophy as a speaker, and it's similar. It's like I'm not there preaching or doing a monologue or preaching to them. When I'm speaking at schools or engaging someone in my podcast, it's like you're coming on this journey with me. We're going on this journey together. And I think that's something great that you guys do.
Right. Well, that's exactly it. I think, you know, you're having a conversation, you know, you're saying, this is who I am. I am human. You are you. Let's have a good time. And that's really, really, no lie, like the basic philosophy of my performance. I've been in rooms that have been like, all right, I'm tired. I'm going home. And I'm like, damn, all right, well, let's go perform. And my band's like, dude, you see that room? And I'm like, excuse me, let's go do our performance because we're going to go perform now. Like, forget whatever they're feeling because they're about to feel better, you know. And we go in a room and we do what we do because it's not about, you know, you think about it. You see I've seen a commercial once where it was a person did something really nice for some person, and then a third person saw it. And so they went off and did something else really nice for someone else. And then another person saw it, and then it just kept happening. And that's, you know, the chain kept going. That was the idea.
Ripple effect. Yeah.
Right. And that's just kind of how I feel about even performing, you know, like I show up with the energy and the positivity that I'm there for. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think we try to spread love, try to spread peace in this world. And, you know, it's not about trying to be better than the next person or get this person, support this guy or Democrat. Stop. First of all, remember you're a human being and just be your best one of that, and that's what we all try to push those energies in our performances. Like the music is just a part of what we do. We can't help that part, like what we do on stage and what we feel. I mean, I look over at even Rob on keyboards. We were just talking about him with VBT. He'll just be dancing and just having a good time and just doing things. We're like, yeah, dude, like,
do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Exactly. You just can't help it. So it's just like the music itself just brings that out in us, and it's like we perform our stuff and it's fun to perform. It's great. But at the end of the day, sometimes some of those performances were really just there for ourselves to just have a really good time, and then people just, they're having a great time. Let's have a great time with them.
That's a great mentality. Well, let's think about this. It's all about, I'm the same way. When I do my podcast, give a talk, I'm doing it because I enjoy it. It's not about the money. I don't care if I ever make $1 on this. And I know it will happen eventually because, like anything, you put a lot of good vibes and you work hard. Things have been growing for me substantially over the last few months. But when you're in a state of just doing it because you want to do it, rather than imagine if you're giving these performances, right? And you got a bucket out there, pay me, tip me, and you come across like you're there because you need X, Y, and Z. People are going to get turned off. Even if you deserve whatever you're asking for, people get turned off. But if you're like, listen, man, I'm here to have a good time. If you want to buy my album, buy my album. If you want to follow me, follow me. But if you want to dance, dance. But I'm doing this because this is just what I'm meant to do.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
You guys got that vibe, man. And speaking of music, I want to ask you, we didn't talk too much about it. I know you created this new, not persona, alias. Is that something you've had for a while, the JoseyFyah, or is that something kind of new?
Well, I created the name or came up with the name probably about 2 years ago, maybe, I don't know, something like that. And I created a Facebook page and I was like, hey, because I knew it was something that I was going to want to do and I was going to have to get the social media thing going. And so what I did was I created the name on Facebook and I just set it up. And I said, hey, people, I'm going to be JoseyFyah also. So follow that. I'm still Chad White. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the guy that now you've known me for however long. You can't call me Chad anymore. Call me Joe.
Invite the other guy to the podcast. Where's the other one?
Yeah, right? Yeah, so it's something that I've had set up for a while because even with Aqua Cherry, I have music that, was written for them and for the idea around the band name of Aqua Cherry because, it's the genre of that music. Aqua Cherry is associated with that because, we've had issues with our genre association because in the past we were a rock, funk, reggae blues band, so people didn't really know. They just knew we were okay, and they kind of play reggae, but changed. I became the lead singer, and then we decided to go with more reggae because I am more a reggae-based guy. I feel like your internet connection is unstable. Are we still good?
Yeah, was it saying? Yeah, I can see you. Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got an unstable warning.
Yeah, so just repeat. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you. Just repeat briefly, like 30 seconds. So you're talking how this new persona came to be.
Okay. So with JoseyFyah, I created it around 2 years ago to just basically have a name for myself to separate Chad White of Aqua Cherry with the new music that I was going to be creating that didn't necessarily fit Aqua Cherry because I do have a bunch of other things that are more dance hall reggae related than just the vibe that we put out with is more rock reggae vibe with Aqua Cherry. So I wanted to be able to also reach the worldwide reggae dance hall audience. And so I created the name to basically touch those folk and basically produce music under that name so that I didn't have to go, okay, Chad White from Aqua Cherry here. It's JoseyFyah.
Cool, man. I dig it. It's got your vibe. I love it. And I heard one of your songs. I know you've seen it. I've been using it for all my stuff. I just got a patch article for Long Island Patch. And I was like, how could, I love this song. It fits my vibe. And thank you. Thank you so much. And what I did was, this is my philosophy. Even when I took the picture for the set to send it to the patch, I was like, how many of my friends can I support in one image? Obviously, I got my friend who did the woodwork. They tagged him. I had my friend that makes the drums. Let's put the drums in there and the backpack and all this stuff. And then when I made the post, I was like, this song just came out. It's got you. It's got Black Alex. I was like, let me put this as the background for when I upload it.
Appreciate it.
People were like, that is the vibe, man. And
yes. Summer vibes, good vibes. Oh man,
man. And
yes,
you know, that's what we got to do as a community. It's like if something great happens to you, you can choose to keep that for yourself, and you earned it, whatever. But if you have that opportunity to say, how many people can I support? My friends, my loved ones. How many people can I bring up with me?
Right, exactly.
Because this is saying I heard not too long ago, rising tides bring up all ships. So when you're rising, when you're doing well, why not bring up as many people in this world as possible? And I don't know about you, man. I think we feel the same way. When you put out those good vibes, more times than not, man, it comes back to you.
Always. All right. So a lot of times, the not coming back thing is, like, so personally, like, all right, put out good vibes, get good vibes, right? And good love, good energy, it's gonna reciprocate. And so, sometimes, I don't want to nitpick here, but like, just to really make it a point, so I think sometimes we expect it back from that person. It's like, no. You just got blessed over here. Don't worry about that other thing you just did. You just took care of somebody, let that person be taken care of. And then it just happens. Don't expect anything back from it. Don't expect anyone else. Just be a good person, and you'll just keep being a good person because you're channeling good, and positivity and love. And so that's definitely a cool concept, and I appreciate your understanding of it.
I respect you adding to it. That's really important, because all these concepts, it can always go deeper. And like I talked about earlier about positivity versus toxic positivity, and like that was a good point, man. And we've all been there, right? Especially in a band, you're working with not just your own mental energy and your vibe. You got other people, and I'm sure I can't even imagine the stories you have of giving and then being kind of betrayed. And not that we got to go down that route, but we know that sometimes in life you put up those good vibes because you truly want to just do good. You don't want to do it just because you're like, hey, I hope by doing this, you're going to do that for me. Right.
Absolutely. Definitely. I mean, yeah. No, there's plenty of stories, and not even with I don't want to like say ex-members or anything.
Exactly. No, it's positive.
Like, it's just, because it's not necessarily that concept. It's just, I've met a bunch of people who, do me a favor, let's start my response over.
I'll edit this out. Remind me of this segment. So let me start off with a good question. I got a question.
Okay.
So give me a little space so I can edit it. So
yeah, man.
So obviously, yourself and a lot of artists have had some downtime. I know I just mentioned one of the songs, Live After 5. That's the name of one of the songs you worked on with Black Alex, right?
With Fame, it's it's Live After 5. You're gonna find it under Fame, FAME, and featuring Black Alex and JoseyFyah, myself, and produced by our buddy at Wave Chaser. Like, so he has like this dot wave thing, like a dot wave file. So it's his wave rider music. And so he's that guy. He's also Ride Waves Productions. I was stuck on the Ride Waves because that's what we knew him as for a while. And then he recently did a thing where we're like, oh, we know Chad White. Oh, you're JoseyFyah. Oh, okay. All right. But he recently changed his name. But yes, we created the music with him, and he actually produced the beat and did all the editing and the mastering and all that. And it was a really cool experience to work with those guys, because it just clicked, man. Like, I think we're talking about doing more, or seeing what we can.
Oh, dude, I hope so, because the vibe, man, you guys all vibed, and that is so far, man, I don't see anything beating that right now. That's my summer vibe, my summer theme song right now, man. I've been putting all my videos, and with your permission, I want to make a not a music video, but I want to like take a compilation if that's cool with you, Yes. All right, thumbs up. No, I'm not asking you to perform. Not that you would say no, but I want to dissect that song because it's got such good energy. I don't know if you would want to read us a line or two of the lyrics that you feel very passionate about.
Sure. Passionate, huh? All right. Okay. So the song. All right. All right. I could give a little concept of what the song. All right. So basically, when Fame hit me up about the song, and he had already reached out, and Black Alex, excuse me, not White Alex, Black Alex with a Q. When he reached out to me, he said, "Hey, um, can you come up with the hook?" And I'm like, "Yeah. What do you want? Just let me know what you want it to be. Just what are your ideas?" And he basically said, it's just you're cooling out with your homies, and you're just chilling, and you're chilling on the beach, and like just hanging out, and just like when you're feeling those good vibes, and you're just, but at the same time you're thinking about this girl, and she's not there with you. You want her there with you, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I came up with cooling cool, let the good times preside. In the summer of the beach, this is where I reside. No time for sleep, get live after 5. Music playing all night by the fire. Cool and cool, let the good times preside in the summer of the beach. Oh, I messed up. I'm going to do it over. I'm going to do it because I was trying to read it.
A lot of
But
editing.
It's
all good.
So
Start again.
should I start over?
Yeah, start again.
So basically, when Fame asked me to do the song, he had said, "Hey, I would like you to come up with the hook." And I said, "All right, cool." And it was granted that I'd be doing a verse also, but I said, "All right, with the hook." And so I said, "What do you want to do with it? Like, where you want to go? What direction? What is it about? Because I can't just write a hook. So just tell me what you're doing." And he said, just, like you're cooling out with your friends, and you're there, you're on the beach, you're chilling, like Jones Beach or something, or, wherever. And you're just hanging out by a fire, and, you want this girl around, but she's not there. But she's in the back of your brain. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I came up with, cool and cool, let the good times reside. In the summer of the beach, this is where I reside. No time for sleep, get live after 5. Music playing all night by the fire. Cool and cool, let the good times preside. Friends all around, yet you're stunk by my mind. Flashes of you when I close my eyes. The only thing missing is you by my side. And basically that, like, once I came up with that hook and I sent it to him, I practically took the words that he sent me via text and just manipulated them to be a chorus, and that this is the chorus we have.
Dude,
Cool.
it is a freaking fun song, dude. I mean that. Like, I played that song and I was like, dude, how many? I was starting to think that he was thinking I'm gonna be weird. Like, I was tagging all his stuff and like putting all my music and his music into the. Cool, man. I was like, this guy's, I think I'm a little too much of a fan. I don't know, man. It's not gonna come back to the podcast.
No. Dude, we want this song out there, man. We're trying to hit the whole world with the song. Cause like, I'll be honest with you, man. We got done with the song and like we kept high-fiving each other because we're like, wow, this is good. This sounds like something that I would listen to just to listen to, And it was like, all right. So I like music a lot. And so like if I hear a song, I'm like,
music? No way.
Yeah, like a little bit. But if I hear a song and it's just not vibing well for me, I just click it off, or I change it. I make it, especially if something of ours. Like I try to make it right, And so Alex, Fame already had his part, and he dropped his part, and then Alex sent us his version, and I was like, oh, okay, wow, these guys, all right. So then I wrote the hook after all they wrote their parts, so I kind of also tried to make sure that I stayed within whatever they were saying and to make it all make sense. So then when I had to do my verse, all the verses were done, so I just basically took that, but I wanted to be my own self, And then I created, I was given a verse, also the bridge. So I was like, all right, well, we'll switch it up here and do a thing. And I thought about this part. Oh, this is a cool part to talk about. So like a fly on the wall, I see you sitting there. The way the sun hits your face, the breeze moves through your hair. I want to come over, but I'm feeling fear. Will you be the one to give me the proof I need that there's really love out there?
Wow.
When I thought about that idea, I literally thought about how a fly sits on the wall and like pitches on you and just lands on you and just hangs out. And then you go, bah! But maybe the fly's looking for love, maybe, just maybe. And he's like, oh, I just want to come hang out with you and be your homie. And you're like, get the hell out of here. So, I thought about that and I was like, that kind of applies. And I mean, I have these weird thoughts all day. I was driving down the road and I thought that thought. But when I thought about it, it like applied to love. And I was like, I could fit this in the song and make it make sense and have it be about actual personal relation, because people do feel like that fly on the wall trying to create love and, you know, like romantic love, and it just doesn't happen. So, you know, that was my little, that's one thing I'll throw in there for philosophy as far as that goes.
I dig that. And I have a different question to kind of twist it off of this fly on the wall theme. And I just want to say to our viewers, I appreciate your patience. As you know, with the quarantine thing, we're kind of makeshifting things right now. I know my video quality is the best. The audio might go in and out. But you know what? We're going to put this out there because being real, being raw in the moment. I mean, obviously, no one expected this was going to happen. But here we are making this podcast happen. So I appreciate that. The one thing I want to ask you, speaking of having a fly on the wall, right? There might be a lot of people who watch you through social media or watch you when you perform, and they're kind of that fly on the wall. They're watching you. They want to come up and talk to you, or they want to start a conversation, or they want to get involved in music, but they're not as social and vibing like we are, and people like us who are, you know, they want to go make something happen. They make something happen. What about those people that kind of sit on the sidelines, like that fly on the wall? What would you say to those young kind of people who are, you know, thinking about getting in the music scene and they want to get involved in that vibe, they just don't know how? I know it's a big question, I know it's a deep question, but I thought it'd be something.
Oh yeah, no. Well, first of all, don't fly on the wall, me man. Come up and talk. All right, I will be the one to give you the proof that there's love out there. All right, seriously, no. Like I think I'm being talked to. I'm tall, so I might seem intimidating, but I'm not. I'm easy to talk to. Come talk to me.
I mean, you're
like,
sitting on the ground right now just so we can see you in the camera, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm totally about conversing and building relationships and just talking to people. I know it's hard. I wasn't always the guy to be in people's, you know, sometimes I'd go into rooms and just stand there. You know, I definitely wasn't always the person that I am, that I grew to become. It's through years and years of practice and prepping and discovering that, everyone aren't just looking for just to hurt me in some way, you know, or something to that effect, you know, but it was a learning process. So basically, to all those people who feel like you want to get out there and do something, do it. Start at home. Right now, virtually is a great experience. Hit virtually broadcasting together and put it out there. You know, like the only way, or even hit up Paul Vibes. Maybe he has a spot for you. I don't know. Reach out, do something. There's no reason for you to not do what you want to do. Do what you want to do and make sure you're not hurting anyone else or yourself, and just be positive and get it done. Absolutely. Don't stop yourself. The only person, all right, think about it this way. If you stop yourself from walking down the stairs when you need a glass of water from your fridge and no one else is around, who's going to get that glass of water from the fridge for you? Who's going to do it? No one. So go get what you want out of your life for you. That's all I got to say about that.
Dude, that was perfect, man. Listen, like I said, I'm going to have you come on my motivational talks with me, man. And to be honest, that's not that far-fetched, because I feel like as I build up my roster with, you know, the different talks I give and my, you know, schedule with different things down the road, man, I would love to get like a musical individual like yourself or Black Alex that come inspire people in regards to music, man, because as you know better than I do, there's no better connector and inspiration than music. And your music is truly inspiring. It's fun. It's got good energy. And I want to get you back on under better circumstances, better quality. We'll work on that. Of course, I want to get you in the studio.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is not the last time you're going to come on, man. I'd love to have you on more often. You got great vibes. Just for people watching this, two things, a message to leave them with, and then also as well, you know, where people can connect with you so they can stay up to date and then hopefully see you perform live in the coming months.
Okay. Message. All right. So everybody, we're all human beings, right? And, you know, a lot's going on right now. We're all saying, hey, you know, COVID-19 or quarantine or whatever, you know, murder bees or murder hornets, you know, there's mosquitoes. We all forgot about mosquitoes. Those are coming back. But at the end of the day, you know, we all feel what we feel. We all feel the negativity creeping at us, and we all feel it. Every single person in this world feels it. There's not one person that doesn't. But the way to win against that is to really just remember at the end of the day, think about how you got here to where you are in your life now. And it's your decisions that have gotten you where you are now. So if you just start making the decisions to put you and yourself and your family, your people all around you in the place where you want to be by other people, make a decision. Now I want to do that. I want to do this. I'm doing this. That's how you get to where you want to be. You got here by making your decisions. Make your decisions to get where you want to go. And as far as
sorry, the quality went out there. Sorry, but you're basically talking about take charge of your life. Be the captain of your ship and live life on your terms, right?
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely.
Perfect. And like I said to our viewers, man, I can't wait to have oh my God, Aqua Cherry.
I'm black.
No. Oh my God. White Chad, black
Chad.
Listen, man, this is it was a goofy podcast, but we talked about some deep stuff, man. And to all the viewers, I apologize for the audio going in and out. It looks like something smeared on my video camera. I don't know why I'm all like foggy like this. But listen, man, we're being real. Life isn't always going to be crystal clear and perfect. And I just want to say, Chad, it was awesome having you on the show, and I hope that you come on again, and we'll definitely have more time to prepare it and make sure that we both of us have a great connection internet-wise. But I connect with you, man. I feel like we vibe.
Absolutely. That's all that matters, right?
It's all that matters, man. And I appreciate you, and I hope that we can see you and other amazing, talented artists from on Long Island come on soon. And I don't know if you had time. You wanted to just mention where people can find you on social media?
Oh, absolutely. So I am Chad White. And you can find me on my personal Facebook page, Chad J. White. That's J.White. And there's actually a Chad J. White one. That's me too. And then there's JoseyFyah, JoseyFyah. There's that. That's also at JoseyFyah on Instagram, personal Instagram page. There's my band, Aqua Cherry, AQUACHERRY. And dude, reach out. If you want to connect more and converse more about anything you heard on this podcast, I am happy to converse with you. I am not one of those people who's unreachable, untouchable, and just whatever. I'm happy to converse with you people. And I'm happy to be human with you too. So we'll be human together, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.
Dig it, man. I could definitely attest with your vibe and your approachability, man. And I love that. We'll connect on a human level, man. You're human, I'm human. Let's just vibe. So I'm going to include all the links to your different pages and music on this video. Again, to the viewers, I appreciate your patience and understanding with the quality of it. But to be honest, man, I'm super excited just to get you in the studio and perform, dude, because you bring this vibe and this energy, man, that like I'm just privileged for that day just to be in the same room and like have that own private show, man. So, and we're both in Northport, so that's awesome.
I know you're right there.
I can see you. Hey, I like what you did with the place.
High five. Ready?
High five. Air five. Hey, man, listen. Don't go yet. We're gonna send good vibes to the viewers. I want to talk to you after this, but let's send lots of love and good energy to the people watching this. Thank you, everybody, and we're gonna have him back on soon. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you for having me.
Cool, man.